What's going on, you guys? I'm coming to you today with a X-Wing build for the Rebels using yet another squad builder, and this one is going to be a Fenn Kanan build. Basically, I'll be using Fenn Rau in the Rebel Sheathipede shuttle and Kanan in a VCX. There have been a couple of builds like this floating around. I've seen some that I wasn't crazy about that used a lot of mechanics just to load Kanan up with a ton of focus, which is fine. I just wanted to take a slightly different take on it. So here is the build. Also, before I get started too much, I do want to remind everybody there is another round of the giveaway going on right now. So if you'd like to win an expansion of your choice in the form of a $20 Cool Stuff gift card, all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that, and you'll automatically enter to win. And I'll be announcing the winner of that probably next week once the Legion bonanza kind of settles down. I'll be doing a lot of Legion videos, which is more opportunities for you to win as well. So definitely check those out. So we got our Fenn Rau and our Sheathipede, and we are going to add a VCX with Kanan for this build. And some of the things I'm going to put on this are going to do a different aspect. So first off, Fenn Rau. Fenn Rau, you know, one of the things that's great about him is his pilot skill 9, and also, you know, he is allowed to basically give Kanan a free action, especially at 9, which is nice, so Kanan can take an action at 9. So some of the builds that I've seen have Kanan taking a, basically experimental interface to be able to take advantage of that and get 2 actions. While I think that's cool, I am, and I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm just going to give him engine upgrade because I want him to be able to boost. Now, there is the option of maybe giving him Lebo as his crew, which would be a cheaper way for him to do that, and that's cool too. That's just not the one that I'm going with today because I don't want him to end up getting loaded up with ions. And even though he could take 2, and there's a system upgrade you can take, like I was thinking maybe Lebo and something like you can cancel an ion, electronic baffle. For example, electronic baffle and Lebo, but then that's almost the same price as engine upgrade, and I'm eating up my upgrade slots. So while that is a possibility, I'm not going with that today. So Kanan is going to have the ability to boost, and so that's what I want. I want Fenn Rau to let Kanan boost, and I think that'll be fun, especially because we don't want that huge firing arc to not really be there. And so, since I want him to be able to boost, I'm going to give him Chopper. So this way, even if they stress Kanan out, he'll still be able to boost, and he can afford to take that damage. I will give him Recon Specialist, though, because, well, I mean, why not? He's Kanan. That's a good option. There are other options as well. You could put Rey on there, which is another good option, but this is the one that I'm going with. So Recon Specialist and Chopper. So Kanan does a focus. And then Fenn Rau gives him the ability to boost, and because I don't want him to boost, I don't want Kanan to use his own action to boost. I want Kanan to use his own action for, for the predictable thing. Because if I have him use an action to boost, then my opponent, everybody who's going to be pilot skill 8s or 9s or whatever, is going to go ahead and know where Kanan is, and then they can boost and barrel roll around him. So I want him boosting last. And that's one thing you kind of have a hard time with because you don't have really great pilot skill on Kanan, so we kind of make up for his maneuverability this way. That's the fun thing. We are going to also give him the Ghost title, and we'll throw an attack shuttle in here too because I'll put Zeb on there, and we'll do that. I'll also give Kanan a twin laser turret because we're going to get a free attack at the end, so we only got really one big shooty ship. I mean, Fenn Rau's a shooty ship a little bit, but not a big shooty ship. So I've got to maximize my shooty ship's shootiness. So we're gonna add FCS as well. So then after we shoot, even if it's the first time we're shooting somebody, we can get a target lock, and we can also spend that on TLT, and then TLT will allow us to shoot. We can get another target lock and use it next turn. FCS is really good here, and that's another reason I didn't want to use that baffle, because I wanted FCS. Because I'm going to be using my actions for focus and for maneuverability. I'm not going to be target locking as an action very much with Kanan. At least that's pretty much the plan. So what's Fenn Rau going to do? Fenn Rau is going to, I've got some points. So you have a lot of options here. I've seen, builds with Jin. I've seen a lot of other things. I think I want Fenn Rau, first off, I want Kanan to go last. So I'm giving Fenn Rau Veteran Instincts. I want Kanan to be able to move last. Fenn Rau is going to be able to coordinate and give Kanan that boost last. Problem is going to be if Fenn Rau gets stressed. The other problem is going to be if Fenn Rau bumps. So those are considerations, and that's kind of the risk that this list is taking. If it looks like I'm going up against somebody who's going to be able to make Fenn Rau bump or make Fenn Rau get stressed, well, then I always have the option to have Kanan go ahead and boost ahead of time, if I need to, or if I just need to put him in a wide open place, or maybe take him out of somebody else's firing arc. There is that chance. So if that happens, okay, I can deal with that. But one of the other risks is that this ship isn't very tanky. So one of the things that I could do, now Kanan is going to help, by attacks that are coming to Fenn Rau, he can make them roll one less die. So I can definitely do that. One of the things that I've been thinking about is using R2-D2. The reason being, green maneuvers are going to be common. I can do green straight ones if I don't want to bump. I can recover shields that way, and since I'm only going to have one shield, I'll be recovering a shield that way. And then the other option that I've been thinking about is Chewbacca, actually. Chewbacca can be huge on a ship like this because he's going to basically stop that critical, or that really debilitating critical, and he's going to stop that last hit that would kill me, and then bring me up to full shields. And then even if I get attacked again, then R2-D2 comes in. This may be a little bit overkill. This may be too many points for Fenn Rau. So there are a couple of other. We can explore some other options as well. There's a lot of stress-based options for some of the other Fenn Rau VCX builds that are going around. So there is some of that. Saw Gerrera would be a cheap option that would leave. If we did Saw Gerrera, we could put like a hull upgrade over here, or pulsed ray shield, which wouldn't necessarily be bad. So there's different things. Of course, we don't have Saw Gerrera yet, but hopefully soon. That's going to be exciting. But that is it, guys. I'm going to leave Chewbacca on here for right now. This is my version of this build. I think it would be a fun list to fly, and I think make for a somewhat quicker game too, because you only have 2 ships to set dials for. Because I'm gonna probably leave Zeb docked almost the whole time, and I like Kanan having engine upgrade. I like that as far as maneuverability. But that is it. While we're here, also I do want to bring up the the possibility of some future scum epics. This was asked. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to the Gamma Trade Show, but there was a big Q&A, and they talked a little bit about. There were 2 questions basically asked about X-Wing. Like, is there any chance that you're going to have a scum epic, an additional scum epic ship to outfit, to complement the Sea Rock, similar to the way the other factions do? And then most times they were asked questions, they would kind of be like, oh, they would give you like we can't talk about that right now. But this one, they just straight up said no, absolutely not. So it seems like Epic, is either dead or just on hold, for a long time right now, which is kind of a shame, because I would love to see more big models, and I'd like to see a little bit more emphasis on that format. But it doesn't seem like, based on some of the stuff that has come out and some of these crew that can seem to almost break Epic ships, I don't even think that they care about Epic anymore. But the other thing is, are we getting a scum? The other big question out right now is, are we getting a scum Millennium Falcon for the Han Solo movie? And if so, is that going to be included in Wave 14? And I feel like there's something else going on, because in the Gamma brief, they kept saying Wave 15, and kind of misstepping. And so it makes me wonder, what's Wave 15? Wave 15 is a big rounded kind of I don't know if that's, if that was just a simple screw up, or if there was something, hidden within that. Because if they do include, it would just be strange for them to have an entire wave with only Rebels and Imperial and no scum, especially after, ever since Wave 6 they had such an emphasis on getting scum caught up and not doing it. That would be really interesting. So I do expect that that if a Scum Falcon does come out, or maybe it won't even be Scum, maybe it'll be Rebel. I kind of doubt that, though. It just seems like it'll be a Scum Falcon. If a Scum Falcon does come out, I think it'll be part included, retroactively added to Wave 14, like they tend to do. I can't see them making a 1-ship wave, but maybe maybe it'll be an entire solo based wave. Maybe we'll just, but let me know in the comments below if you think that we're going to see, you know, in truth, that wave 14 will just be 2 ships and no scum in wave 14, or if you think, you know, wave 15 is gonna, you know, have one of each, perhaps, or maybe wave 15 will just be 2 factions. Maybe we'll start getting waves that only have 2 factions. So maybe wave 15 will be a scum falcon and then that new TIE fighter, and maybe no rebel ship. Yeah, I mean, that is in theory, that is possible, although considering that wave 14 isn't giving us a new rebel ship either, it's just giving us upgraded versions of old rebel ships, you might argue that we're overdue for new rebel ships. Do you think we'll get some more rebel ships based on what has been seen in Rebels? Like, do you think, but I think they would have to be reprints, you know, or like Green Squadron version of X-Wings or something like that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this build as well. What changes might you make, or what kind of interactions, what other weaknesses do you think that this build would suffer from? Whether is stress going to be a killer for this list, or do you think it will actually be able to do really good and take advantage of that pilot skill 11 boost for Kanan? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for alerts. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.